working well. KENSI, what can he do to hold it? He rings out a few shots where he can. Tries to catch up one of his initial members. Norbert shut him down just like that, Josh. A hop, skip, and a jump, and forZe, they made it towards a retake in play. We've got Jerry, who's going to try and ring out a few shots where he can, but reality is he's in a tough spot now, in which AdreN, posted towards the top and lower, is going to be ready for almazer, who's going to push forward. He falls zorte to trade. Sure, it helps, but there's still a man down, and they need to get this retake quickly. Flitz, nice kills to Norma, makes it a little easier with neaLaN, though, doubling down into tunnels. That should be the round for Flitz in 1-3. They make it their first.
Well, anybody here that watched the match yesterday between K23 and Skade will know how that one panned out on Duff.
They fake towards B, the flashes go down, but as neither backs away now, and Jerry needs to realise that he's up to the platter. So it's down, one turns around, looks to make it two, can't quite do so with Fame there to finish. A follow-up one here, and instead it's flashes to get them across. There's a hold of this smoke, and one for neaLaN. It may play to his death, that it does. He falls, man advantage for forZe. We see an upgrade from that scout to an AK over on Mo, but for Mo, can he finish the job? A lot of damage done to Fame, and the plant is cancelled. There's 10 seconds left as well, Josh. Right now, forZe, they may have recovered it. It's all down to AdreN in a 1v3. Good for one. KENSI to trade, and well, forZe.
Right now is a little weakened, and they might be able to punish it.
Push goes through AdreN. He's able to shut down Jerry with that opening. On the flip side, these members of forZe, now a man down, have to make up for it. They do so with aggression from almazer. He spots out the scout, but he's not able to get away as Fame punishes him, putting it down into this 3.
From them, they're brilliant stuff to take this one back by their weight. Of course, bomb down on that A site, hard.
Rather than actually go to fight, instead he will just back away. So forZe, they do end up going, well, 3-2 up, but...
Flip on the angle. I thought he was going to be able to line him up. He does, but only for damage, and that flashbang's perfect. Fame so quick to the headshot. It's unbelievable. You look at that forZe defense and you say, do you know what? They're going to be able to hold up this A site. Flick can line him up. Jerry's then there to support him. Absolutely. Having a flawless round here as well. Look at that. 6-7.
Ready for this initial man. He watches this flash go down over mid. And why does keep him at arm's length? There's neaLaN to shut down Fit. And once again, there's that opening. Trade beautiful by zorte there. It didn't trade, sorry, but it is a leg damage. And, well, that should make these players a bit easier towards short. But KENSI just deleted Josh. K23, especially with Fame now out on B, this is really looking quite scary for these members. zorte, he's got to try and trade as they push on out right now. And if he spots out the first man, that should have learned that they've lost this B site. But on the flank, neaLaN's able to shut down Jerry, putting it into a 2-on-3 on players on both long, as well as this push over towards B. I think for forZe, this is where they get dismantled, Josh.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, zorte. Absolutely crushed there by that one. And K23, I think they've worked out the magic recipe again, Kremer. It's just keep hitting B.
At least almazer is going to be able to hold on to this M4. That does make his life a bit easier. I can say that. neaLaN, no. Oh, that's the quick shot, Josh. And yeah, hop, skip, and a jump, and you're in the lead again. So they're not going to be too worried about it. But with Mo hitting shots like that, Josh, that's a tilter, to say the least.
Absolutely is, yeah. Look at that too. Oh. It looks like it, doesn't it? As soon as they confirm that there's 2 players here on A, they will just blast into B. And yeah, it was all very wrong. If the track record is anything to go by, K23, they like that B site. They're always going to go toward it.
Well, let's see what AdreN can do. Not much. Sort of shuts him down, but in doing so, he shows...
He hits. To be honest, forZe have done quite a good job at managing their economy on the basis that...
5-on-5 after plant position, that is about as comfortable as it gets, isn't it? And for zorte, he'll flash his teammate into long just to make sure that a flank isn't happening. Once he's established that, then we see the full attack come through. Jerry, he'll make his way forward up from CT. He's got so many angles to clear at once. So with Norba now on the flank, this should just be another awful spot for forZe here. There's Flit to full. There's the first man taken down. Is there a trade so far? No, there isn't. Fame's able to double down as well. Follow-up aggression allows Jerry to catch out a man. Sure, that helps, but helps to what avail with AdreN continuing to do damage. It's all onto Jerry. And K23 have just dismantled forZe here.
And you know the major issue right now? I definitely am leaning towards K23. I have been since the start. I thought they were amazing yesterday against Skade, which was a series that everyone underestimated them in as well. So I'm actually going to say K23 in this one. I'm not sure if they take it in 2 bites, though. I think we might have to go to a third map.
We'll see. KENSI, that's a nice opening, don't you think? However, Josh, guess what site they've lost once again? It's the B site, and retaking B is just as, I mentioned, notoriously difficult. And for these members, they get ready for this initial attack, and for zorte, scoped on the angle, gets around. And this is going to decimate their defense. Mo, he rings out a shot, he then goes and hide, and look at Norbert here. This is masterful. Good for 1, good for 2. Tries to make it 3. Third, a bit messy to say the least, and as KENSI shuts him down, it means that he negates the damage. Into 2-on-2 though. The bomb's already too far gone, Josh. Just like that, K23, they make it 8-3, securing a victory in the first half now. The rest of the game will be spent deciding to what extent.
With players on 16, just don't know how to combat it.
Yeah, absolutely right. And at 8-3, that's a beautiful shot from zorte. Goes towards low, and that should affirm to the entirety of forZe that this will be a hit towards B. But can KENSI hold? No, he can't. The B site is lost anyway. Mo, he's just able to get away, and in a moment we may see this flanking player. Sure, he lands. Nice shot from Flip, traded out by Fame though. There's another player on the flank though. Is he suspected? No, he's not. Jerry gets the 1. Fame will just 19 HP. Caught out by Jerry there, and at long last, control. We see Fame pushing his way towards mid as well. We've got a push up from short from almazer. Ready for Fame, shuts him down. There's the opening into a 5-on-3. And for Mo and neaLaN, the last 2 members left standing. What on earth can they hope to do from here? There's neaLaN, who from the flank is good for 1. He's got a molly swing out some shots from Car. As he pushes forward, he'll be running straight into the awaiting orb of Mo. Over towards short. zorte, a beautiful shot to neaLaN.
Seconds left to tick. Still alive for now, but Flip creeping through this smoke. Mo's able to take him out. Push is coming in from long. He does die before that timer expires, though, of the half. So we should still see something scraped together. AdreN, has the drop on Jerry, but zorte in the meantime.
Norbert, he's usually one of the main heavy hitters, isn't he?
Yeah, uncharacteristic.
Yeah, Flip shuts down Fame. Instead, he gives his position away on close shorts. He's got the up there to assist him. As the flash goes down, so this shot by his teammate. And for almazer, you can realise that actually that may have led to his death. The deagle's able to recover it. And for AdreN, caught out by KENSI there. He goes there, though, as they try to keep him at arm's length. There's Norbert taking a lot of damage with this push towards B. KENSI, can he hold? Well, it's good for 1. He's going to have to swing into the remainder, though. He spots out the ult. There's a duel the ult here, but Mo comes out on top. Into a 4-on-3 now. Flank coming through. AdreN good for 1. almazer for trade. Jerry back sight, good for another of his own. Able to try and double down onto Mo. Not quite able to do so, but onto almazer in a 1 versus 2. As he pushes his way towards these doors. Ready to get through this smoke. He's got that ult and Mo to worry about. And as the smoke goes down, let's see what he can do on the response. He's got to go straight through windows to do so. That's a tough ask to say the least. But can he catch him out? Orb spots out. Mo's finished the job for K23. Josh, that'll be nice. They're in back pit to worry about in the form of Mo. He's ready to peek into him. almazer just shuts him down with that initial shot. Duel onto almazer as he pushes forward from the flank. Norbert, can he shut him down? Yes, he can. Beautiful shot there. And for forZe, they're going to realize they're trapped now as Norbert is going to prove to be an ironclad defense. Again, just waiting for the remaining members to peek into him. Instead, when he peeks back towards short, he'll actually spot the aggressor as well. He does. He spots out Flitz, tries to finish the job on him, is able to do so. Can he make it 3? Right now, his presence is enough to keep forZe in disarray. And as he gets ready to swing into them, he spots out the bomb as well. He's got so much information. zorte eventually finishes off Fame, but Norbert's continuing to hit shots on for 4. Not quite able to hit the ace, but zorte with 2 quick shots of his own. But right now, all he has to do is run away. neaLaN, he's running for his life. He's running for the hightail. He's able to get away as K23 make it 10. Establishing a serious lead here, unless they get either a lot of mileage with these deagles or even win. And well, Jerry, that shot to neaLaN. That's definitely a way to get things underway, isn't it, Josh? We've got Mo as well. Just tries to bring out shots where he can. Then, well, he does tag down zorte. It's nothing too significant as you see the MP9 of AdreN continue to swing wide towards mid.
Of course, they've taken out one of the rifles as well, so now just 2 MP9s and an AUG to work with. Up close to AdreN through the smoke, brings down the numbers of forZe here. And Norbert, can't seem to spot anything for now as Fame gets caught out.
Another flank coming through as well from his teammate of AdreN. What good can AdreN do? Well, Norbert, nice kill onto KENSI. Flip, he's able to trade onto AdreN. For Norbert, he'll just have to go away.
Wants to hold on to this AUG. I don't think it's going to merit them too much going into the next round. Boost up from either side. Who sees who first? Jerry, my goodness. Thought he had the drop there, but the 1D too strong, and Norbert doubling up with the AUG. Unbelievable.
Out the player, but he doesn't react, he doesn't shoot. However, he can warn his teammate. KENSI now going forward, but he still comes out on top. Beautiful shot to neaLaN there. Puts us into a 2-on-4. Wanted to go down towards the safe site, and as a follow-up goes through, KENSI good for one. AdreN there's a trade, all onto zorte in a 1 versus 3. 35 seconds left to get to the site and plant. Well, it's definitely a tall order for him, but as he's able to get to almost across here, he's even able to get to the site. So actually, this is looking pretty doable for him. Punches in those numbers. At this point, though, he'll start to be swarmed, and as he keeps his head down, he's worried about the players up from short, so for good reason, as Fame takes his head clean off, providing K23 with an 11th as we enter this forced by war.
Well, 10-7 about to be made 11-7, and forZe, with that bomb going down, they do actually have a little bit of money behind. Might not be suspected, but given the fact that the smoke goes in play, they should check it, and they do. Jerry, brilliant 1D. That's going to allow him to upgrade to an M4. Now only a single pistol left. And neaLaN with the crossfire on sight, but it's about to be breached by short, and it does. Mo all falls onto his shoulders. First headshot found, but instantly traded, and somehow forZe, they bounce it back.
Well, as the push goes forward, AdreN is able to shut down Jerry. On the flip side, we've got AdreN who's going to look to duel almazer. Flash goes down, contact out. AdreN finishes the job on him. AdreN on the jump spot finishes KENSI as well, forcing zorte now into a 1 versus 2. AdreN finishes off zorte. Beautiful round. And, well, from that, let's see who's able to come out on top. And, well, in this brief lull, we've got K23 now as they make it 12-7. A beautiful, beautiful onto Norbert now. Sat down towards Pit. Again, he's had a fairly quiet game. Let's see if he can redeem himself now. It's a well-timed smoke, but just as almazer swings wide, he shuts him down. And with that, now K23, their A site, it's just held by a single player right now. There's a rotation coming through as well to try and assist them as they get ready for this point of contact. Let's see what on earth they can hope to do in response. Of course, Smoke spots out the first man. zorte shut him down. neaLaN's get the next say of the matter into a 3-on-3, and the smokes go down either way. Fame push forward, one shuts down, one dinks down the other. Can't quite keep it in a man advantage though, but neaLaN towards Gandalf. I don't think they know he's here, so he's definitely got a bit of a power play here. But it all comes down to timing. It all comes down as to whether or not he can cancel this plant. And while he hears it go down, he's going to continue hiding. There goes that flash. Here comes that push. KENSI, he's got to hide from it. He gives his position away now. And he's just trying to buy time for his teammate who's on the flank for AdreN. Coming up from long. Can he spot out this zorte? No, he can't. So he knows that they're pushing him. He's trying to go as quickly as humanly possible. KENSI able to shut him down. There's a trade, but it's dink rather than an actual trade. Eventually, there's the kill. zorte to get the next say of the matter.
Ready to come into this one and try and deny it with a 3-man defense here towards long. Oh, Norbert loses the initial fight. Now it needs to be traded, but look, they're just bursting through. My goodness, forZe.
For these members over on K23, let's see what on earth they can hope to do on the flip side. Flip taken down by Mo. He takes a bit of damage for the time being, but for K23 it won't matter. They're backing away to save, and for forZe Josh, they're going to start making this look pretty close.
4 players alive, exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely right. And for these members over on K23,
to go for a proper buy. Their T side will allow them to go for something, however. But almazer is walked right through it. Norbert spotted him. That's a free kill. The 8K now retrieved. Mo follows up with another. They need to be aware of Jerry on the flank, and is he good for one? No one even turns around. Fame isn't aware of it. He thinks that maybe the bullets have just come through the smoke on long, and instead he falls as well. AdreN, massive play from him in CT. It's been a back and forth round. Ends in a 1v1, and Jerry thinks that AdreN's currently in pit. AdreN is so low on health though, and as this bomb's tapped in, what does he do? Surely he can't walk up here. Needs to just play the time, and no. Walks up close.
Unchallenged, apart from Fame now, who's going to try and hold for the dive through this mid push. And actually, it's a fast mid hit, but zorte coming out on top. All of us give them to what avail, because right now, Mo, as he's got KENSI to duel him, he scopes it, shuts down KENSI. zorte now looking to follow through, and well, as he hopes to do so, some flashes land around him. Blitz good for one, turns around, can he double down to neaLaN? Not quite yet, but Jerry on the door, but elsewhere allows almazer to shut down AdreN. It puts it all onto neaLaN in a...
Oh, perhaps so, with the bomb down. Needs to be aware they're coming in from his left, though, and he just doesn't even the fights to his opponents. And forZe, this is looking like a fast-paced A hit. Oh, brilliant flashbang, brilliant headshots.
Well, they do. KENSI and Flip, they both exchange blows. It's all to Mo now. Back sight on this ramp position, trying to hold firm. But almazer shuts him down. Flip, sure, he falls on long just before he falls. But Fame's in a 1v4, Josh. We've
Stoppable. These fast-paced hits, the flashbangs, it's flawless. It just can't seem to be stopped here.
Looking to take this initial point of contact. We've got nades go down, and Fame takes a bit of early damage, and as he pushes, oh, he doesn't push through the smoke. Flip's able to shut down Mo elsewhere, and Trade good for another. Traded out in a back and forth, and just look at that. It's phenomenal. neaLaN, sure, he shuts down KENSI, but to what's avail? And for right now, these rifles have got to be safe for K23, but this will be heard by almazer the second we see neaLaN try and run away. And for neaLaN, sure, he shuts down a first member, but he's spotted out in the process as he does so now. Ready for the aggression from tunnels, and for zorte, there should be a quick little dispatchment on to, oh, it's a missed shot actually. And now the player gets closer and closer. Jerry's good for one, Norbert to trade, Jerry to come out on top.
Cross and all the flashbangs allow the player to get into pit, allow almazer to get behind the blue box, and as KENSI swings out, he finds the first. neaLaN trades, but Jerry's there to follow up. Mo can bring it back into a 3-on-3, but now he's very vulnerable. He's called for the support from a teammate. It's AdreN without the armor. He completely whiffs. Mo's good for one, but now the 2 versus 1 situation.
Then, well, as he peeks towards pits, we'll see a quick little kill on him now as he makes a bit of noise, pushes forward. almazer finishes the job. 4 Angels and Angels only. For K23, the trifecta of players with the rotation towards jungle means that we are going to see a very kill-heavy pistol round with an absolute slaughter towards the safe site. It looks like K23 are going to emerge from the bloodshed a man ahead. However, the flank of Flit puts an even level. Further push as well onto Fame, puts it down into 1 versus 2 for Norbert. Spots out the initial 2 members. However, the bombs cross. The bomb will go down, and this really puts Norbert under a bit of pressure now. He's ready for both members. He sits back down towards jungle, having to reload, having to get his bearings, and of course without a kit, this clock ticks down. They swing at him in unison. Flit takes the headshot of forZe. Comeback made by forZe. Do you see this being a fairly one-sided affair in which forZe just going to take series 2-0? Or do you see K23 giving us that initial momentum that they also established?
But when they moved over to their defense, they really lacked. And here on Mirage, I'm not sure if that's going to be the same kind of thing. I mean, going into this first buy round, they are looking much better. I was about to say at the start of this round, it kind of depends on how this first buy goes. The answer to your question, though, is I'm really not sure. Early days here on Mirage. Mirage does, even though it looks fairly similar, does play out very differently.
For the time being, Norbert through the smoke takes a lot of damage. neaLaN also backside on a bit of an off angle, shuts down the first man. Is there a trade so far? No, there isn't. It's Fame good for one, and there's an absolute slaughter there as Norbert and neaLaN both come through on top. And, well, as Mo shuts down almazer, that'll be a quick dispatch. As the members in con, what on earth can they hope to do with neaLaN pushing forward? We've got Mo scoped in. He's going to be shot down by almazer, though. A beautiful shot by him. neaLaN, though, ready towards window. Is going to try and drill one of these under players. Norbert spotted out towards B. Is going to have to eat a molly to force him away. But elsewhere, KENSI, he's caught out by neaLaN. There's the opening. Flit there to trade into a 4-on-3. Over towards B. Norbert trading onto Jerry. Down into a 3-on-3. There's aggression towards...
They're about to get this bomb planted. It looks like it's going to go down front site, though, with the players in connector. So no opportunity for AdreN to deny it. And there we go, 3-on-3, AdreN's position. Still not known as he jiggles, spots out one. Norbert gets the kill in window. That's huge as AdreN can follow up. It all falls onto almazer. Fires away for 2. Now the 1 versus 1 situation, and the bomb is planted for him, but he needs to fall away and reload. And AdreN gets the timing to the T. 4-3, K23. What a wonderful retake.
That came really damn close there over forZe.
And really start to tie up once again. neaLaN, not too much cash behind him. The rest of his teammates have got a fair amount to work with, but zorte, that's such an interesting angle. And the fact that he expects...
Now they have that man advantage to work with AdreN. They'll aggress towards Con. Maybe that will be able to give him an opening, to say the least. But instead, it's Fame on short to ring true. Flip to full. Over in Con for neaLaN. He's going to be forced off the angle. Again, he's just playing for timing here, but little does he know, as Jerry's caught out, there's the initial pick. neaLaN now hiding towards jungle, able to trade in kind, but as they swing on him, almazer comes out on top. And for forZe, that was a beautiful read to shift out ramp there.
Well, man advantage here for forZe as they get this bomb down. They might just be able to turn this one around. Of course, AWP on zorte on the angle. Brilliant stuff. Fame walks right into it. zorte can't hit the secondary flick. But zorte showing himself and proving himself to be a really powerful man on this sort. Maybe a strong replacement for C-Power as the fight comes in for it to fade. try and take the gunfight, hope that forZe members are still stuck in mid as it dissipates. Fame, good kill there on short, gives them the man advantage, but maybe a little greedy there to double dip. He loses his life in the process. neaLaN finds one more though. He, remember, was sitting in that smoking window. And as we go back and forth, the man advantage still in K23's way, but not until Jerry finds the headshot and it comes into a 2-on-2.
Jerry, he's ready with aggression of his own towards Kitchen, and Mo, he suspects it, but he can't prove it as he shifts forward. He tags him down, but Jerry, he taps it once, here comes that attack. He spots out the initial member, misses the shot though, continuing to dance around the site with his up. He hits the shot onto Mo, turns around, can he finish the job on to AdreN? Pushes forward, misses the no scope, and for AdreN, that'll be sick.
Not a lot of utility. Few smokes, couple of flashbangs. Oh, zorte. Interesting to try and go for that pick. Doesn't work out for him though. However, KENSI should be able to retrieve that orb.
That is huge here, but it's a tough ask against three members who are all about to swing straight into it. Here comes that attack. He's caught out in the open, and that must be soul-crushing for AdreN as we see Mo scope in, ready to trade. He catches out the bomb planter though, and now that's scary. Flitz, he's going to push forward as well, but Mo goes huge over towards CT, killing every single member, and just like that, Josh, Flitz alone.
Well,
what on earth was
the
that?
round's going to end. Yeah, that really did.
Well, for Fame, what can he hope to do now with zorte? Caught out by Fame, a beautiful shot by...
However, the sides were flipped around. I'm not sure how translatable that is here. Almazer, big headshot onto AdreN, brings it back into a 4-on-4, but Mo on the angle. That's a brilliant flashbang to take him out of the equation. But with Fame swinging in from CT, he can defend his teammate for a few seconds longer. Eventually he drops, and it comes into the 2 versus 1. neaLaN, big headshot prior, but now 30 seconds left to tick. The only thing is they need to go and retrieve this bomb.
For neaLaN and Jerry, the last two members are standing in this 1v1. Low HP on neaLaN, he's got to push forward. He brings out a few shots onto Jerry, but for Jerry, a bomb plant should leave him in a very strong spot. The deagle of neaLaN shows that he's T3 on desperation here. His plant goes down, neaLaN pushes forward. Jerry, let's try and catch him out on the angle. That he does. Beautiful shot for him there, as forZe make it 5.
Too much to work with either.
Oh, that's a great read. There's that aggression, and well, this is kept in a fairly uncomfortable position. We've got Jerry, beautiful shot. AdreN falls as well. Jerry doubles down onto Mo, and well, just like that, neaLaN and Norbert, the last two members are standing. For neaLaN, this duel towards jungle, it helps. He even digs down zorte in the process, but zorte and Con, good for Norbert, puts it all onto neaLaN, and he's just got back away and save. And you see that money on K23, Josh? Well, there isn't any. And they're going to go down to what will be...
And in this map right now, he just doesn't. Oh.
Well, that's an opening to say the least. KENSI, he shuts down Norbert to put things underway. Let's see what the flip side of this will be as the aggression comes through. It's a brief lull in which we see aggression in mid. Almazer, he's got zorte there to assist him with a quick kill. Flit, good for 2 more. And just as you criticise him, he's able to shut down this Mr. Round with the assistance. Now
that forZe would get a little bit greedy on the reinvestments, go for a few MP9s expecting to be against an niko, but that's not the case at all. They've gone for a 5-rifle setup.
And they're trading perfectly as well. Over towards Palace, it's back and forth, putting it into a 2-on-2. In Con, we see actually an absolute slaughter from Mo and Jerry. Does he clear neaLaN here? I doubt it. He surely doesn't clear neaLaN here. He doesn't. neaLaN should finish the job. That he does. That's 9 for K23, and the rifle gamble works out. K23 kind of angling to get up short here, and as they go for this commitment now, Flitz, what can he hope to do on the spot? Well, all these deagles swing wide. It's 2 quick kills now. Suddenly, this is a really tough spot. Make that 3. And for Mo and K23, about to be used against them if they're not careful. AdreN in apps. These 2 are spotted out. A few shots ring out from Almazer. He shuts him down. It's all on Mo. 1 versus 5. And for forZe, they've decimated that K23 assault.
Mo left in the 1-on-5, and wow, he's good for a couple of headshots. That's fantastic, but as he falls away, he's got his knife out. Shouldn't be expecting this. Deagle right now hits the dink in midair. My goodness. Well, AdreN, oh, that's close. Oh my goodness, what on earth has just happened there? I thought that was going to be a free kill for him. That should have been a 1-for-1, and instead, it's gone right back the other way. Aggression here from short. Oh, that's unfortunate. KENSI should have been able to find at least 1 there, but I think the timing doesn't quite bless him. Either way, 4 versus 2 as Flitz able to trade it back out.
Now into this 2 on, well, I'll say 2 on 4. It's now 1 on 3. As Fame shots.
Mo, 1 versus 3, and it creeps around. Oh my goodness, that's lightning fast from Jerry. That's the mistake you make.
Also able to jump across towards shot, able to dodge the flashes as well. Aggression towards Palace will put Fame in a pretty tough angle. Well, what on earth was that by Fame? Beautiful shot there, traded out by zorte though. Puts it into a 4 on 4, leg down onto Fame as well from that initial engagement towards Palace. Means that we are left in a slight advantage for forZe, but 4v4s as a standard usually favour the T side anyway. Fame in Palace, caught out by Jerry. Mad advantage now for forZe. Is it traded? So far, no, it's not. However, AdreN is going for a contact play out from round. He's spotted out in the process though. It's messy from Flit. He's still able to kill him though. With neaLaN able to trade, it goes into a 4 on 2. Sorry, 3 on 2, I apologise. But for Jerry, the fact he's able to get out of Palace now is perfect. He's got the aging on to help him, and for KENSI to finish the job, it's on to Mo.
So every second that he wastes, there's a second left on the clock for him to make this happen. The spray, it's messy, and Jerry topple it in the end. This one seems to be a little more one-sided though. KENSI, brilliant opening headshot, not too much damage taken, and that's Twistzz to swing. A bit of a whiff from him though. That's going to cost him his life and cost him the man advantage.
Well, Jerry, he's able to respond onto AdreN with Mo. That's why we see such a wide angle in CT being held by KENSI here, because right now, Mo, not someone you want to challenge, but zorte, he has a crack at it anyway. He's seconds left. We're going to see this plant go down for short, and as the plant goes down, numbers punched on him, over to his jungle, almazer falls, trade there by KENSI, good for 1, tries to regress though, can't quite do so just yet, and instead, he's got to go for timing, continues to ring out defense where he can, jumps up towards ramp, Norbert finishes the job, and for K23.
And as they all fall, then he's got no choice but to peek and try and go for the clutch. This time round, Mo, one again. Brilliant opening shot. KENSI's able to trade it, but not for long.
Out of it. Jay towards underbalk. He has extinguished that molly as he sits back and tries to hide. The K23, it will end up being a hit towards this A position, but with Mo down, they actually have a pretty good chance here because the stack is something they're going to be happy to hold. But look at that rotation from the bomb. Sure, neaLaN falls, but that would just spur the bomb to head straight towards A. They've got Fame, who's already in deep CT. Rotation comes around, and for K23, they've done the run around to forZe, who are going to look to respond as they go for a bit of aggression towards short. They're going to have to try and duel Mo, and well, as Jerry comes out on top, suddenly this doesn't look as comfortable for K23 as it once did. We've got Flit and CT. He spots, oh, he didn't spot out Fame. Fame's able to come out on top. Now Jerry in a 1v2. I think that kill onto Flitz may have been the decider. As we see a quick kill from Jerry here. AdreN finishes the job. It's enough.
So much damage. He's able to finish him off though. Now aggression towards middle, and it's being completely uncontested. AdreN! My friend, you don't normally hit shots like that. That was crisp.
This is a really strong spot now for Flitz now. Position towards jungle, he'll sit towards the other side of that. Norbert deleting Jerry there, taking his head clean off of default, and, well, for Flit, if he shuts down AdreN here, there's an opening. That there is. It's only a one-man disadvantage. It's overcomable. But with KENSI shutting down another member, that's the bomb falling as well towards the other side of Con. We see aggression from Norbert. He rings out a shot before hiding, and well, for Flitz, he then goes for mid-control. A really wise play from him now. And as Norbert dives forward from Con, nice shot onto KENSI. For Flitz, can he trade? No, he can't. neaLaN on the flank finishes the job. Fame onto almazer. It's all headshots.
Going to be an execution on this A-bomb site. And currently they've only got 2 defenders there. The rest are focused on B, but charging through the smokes might not be the right answer. Jerry able to take out the first. Now it really does fall onto zorte's shoulders. He's going to fall away, wait for his teammates to come and support him. That essentially gives up the bomb side a little bit, but with no smoke here for CT, they're actually going to have to fight it, or just plant on the other side of the boxes. It goes uncontested for now, but as the flash rains over the top, they're going to go for the retake. A 4 versus 4 definitely favors K23 in this scenario, but it all comes down to these opening duels.
Oh, there's a referee from neaLaN. It's messy, but he shuts down the first man, untraded. We see a follow-up now from Flitz. Center side, neaLaN's able to make it another. Fame from Palace, he's caught out. It's zorte to fall, and neaLaN, that's a beautiful round. 3 quick kills from him, causes K23 to 15. Zorte, sure, he's doing damage, and he's desperately going to try and hold on to this AWP, but I doubt he'll be able to, frankly, as K23, they're going for this hunt. Mo shifting forward, he'll swing wide, missed shot by zorte, he accepts his death. The K23's flash goes off on his face. He is going to be able to push forward, though, trying to hard clear these members. Zorte loses his head, and that put him in an even tougher spot, but as the aggression comes through, KENSI forced forward now. Famas in hand, spots out Mo. Can't kill Mo there, who's able to regress though. Flitz, good for 1. Trade isn't there either, though, when for that, it makes their lives a bit easier, but easier to what avail? Jerry, he'll re-clear window. He's acutely aware that AdreN's presence could be, well, known. And as Fame comes out from Palace, Flitz good for one. Trade there, a back and forth between AdreN and Jerry. And now with Jerry dropping down in towards mid, they've got Mo in Con. He's legging down almazer, but almazer's able to kill him. Fame now with a 1v1 against towards Con. Spots out these members, but almazer comes out on top.
But what it does do is it actually gives him information, confirms that B's clear. Hopefully they rotate a member over to the A site, and Jerry, trigger discipline, doesn't quite merit him anything, but he does get one.
There's a back and forth for KENSI. He's now the lone defender of this B or of this A site. The molly should delay that, but AdreN pushing towards stairs is able to get a beautiful kill to KENSI. Untraded means that almazer on the flank now has to go huge, but he'll be heard now as he swings straight into AdreN. AdreN finishes the job, and almazer, what on earth was that? But zorte in a 1 versus 3, he spots out the AWP Mo. The fact he's able to survive after shooting is a miracle, but he's got to regress it to these members. Nice early shot on zorte here, stay alive and allow time for the rotation. Few shots ring out either way though. zorte, he pushes forward, flash goes down, scopes in, a beautiful shot to Mo there into the 1v1, but there's no way he expects AdreN to come forward from Con. Just like that, AdreN finishes the job for K23.
Flit on this angle.
Well,
An A execution, sorry, a B execution. However, a bit of an A fake coming through to keep the defenders busy. It might do more than that. In fact, it's actually going to pull a rotate off of the B site. That's going to give K23 an open bomb site to plant with, but it's not like they really need it. 5 versus 2. And KENSI, he'll drop momentarily.
That is a really shoddy hold once again by this member.
I think if they win this next round, there's definitely a chance for them to take sort of 2 or 3 on their T side and take us over the top here. If they do again, though, the aggression into the lower tunnels, almazer. Oh, surely he's heard it. Surely he's heard this now. There we go. Free kill onto neaLaN. That's the opening pick that they've been so desperate for in so many of these rounds. Now they need to be careful, though, as zorte regressing out of lower. That's perfect.
Coordinating members. Fame, he tries to make his way out of ramp. There's a bit of tickle damage to Jerry, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold off the back of this. He's still in a very tough spot, and as he pushes his way forward, let's see AdreN able to shut down KENSI. There's a nice opening, but in this brief lull, see where the follow-up hit goes over Flip. Quick little
off of it. Ooh.
Well, as we get another push as well. Norbert pushed out of position. That's a beautiful shot from Norbert. He doesn't. He sits back to the other side of it. And they wait for the aggression over towards A. Jerry, he'll be shifting forward into AdreN. AdreN rings out a few shots. He's caught out. Down into a 4-on-4 now. When with aggression from KENSI through the other side of this smoke. He's trying to hard clear Con, but Fame's able to come out on top. He'll turn around at the nick of time. Does a back and forth though over towards window. It's an absolute slaughter. Ready to push forward. Here's a bit of damage done. And for Flitz, I was kind of confused what his crosshair was doing for a second there, but he's able to get the kill to Fame anyway. And for Mo now, positioned towards Con, he's got Norbert on short. Both these AWPs are just looking for an angle to exploit. And for forZe, this brief lull is one that they're going to look to come out on top in. There's a very, very messy shot from almazer, punished by Mo, and into what will now be this 3-on-4 as Flit's able to come out on top. Now for Norbert, his positional shot, what can he hope to do? He's got an initial shot, beautiful shot to zorte there, into a 3-on-3. A control's been established, but they just don't add the bomb, and as that molly will force a trend forward, he's caught out by KENSI, man advantage, but they still don't add the bomb. Norbert, beautiful B-hops, able to get him in towards Con, and as he switches to the AK, he's ready to duel KENSI. He shuts him down into a 2-on-2. Now Flitz to the other side of this smoke is going to try and duel both these members now as neaLaN jumps up, sits to the other side. His flashes go down, but it's too deep, said Jerry. He'll fall to Norbert now. It's on to Flip for a 1v2. Good for one. He goes a second in the smoke. Turns around. Can he shut down Norbert? No, he can't. It's K23 which we covered. And sure, there are good teams, but it's definitely tier 2. And, well, for forZe, almazer, quick little kill, able to get the plant. They know the flank's coming towards mid, and well, for AdreN, he's going to be able to try and defend with Norbert leading the charge. It's zorte and Jerry, 2 quick kills. AdreN, can he finish the job? Nice shot as a flint there as a readjustment, but he's already in a 1v5, and I'll tell you what, Josh, I think we're about to see forZe end up leading this game 1-0. AdreN, these are some lovely shots, but shots to what avail? Well, 2 quick kills gets things underway. He's going to continue this push forward. Going to try and follow through with a third now. Peeks towards ruins, tries to come out on top. Can't quite do so as zorte finishes the job. forZe lead one.
Of utility, such as those nades and mollies towards Banana early on. Damage dealt either way, but with AdreN swinging, he gets dinked, finds one, but instantly traded. Jerry follows up with the Galil. He's good for two. Almazer with the Mac 10 can take out the third. Thrown away, a Mac 10 falls. One of them swaps out to that M4. Zorte, one of the members that had a little bit more HP than the rest, could very easily swing out a balcony and catch out Fame. Not going to spot him though. Nor actually back in the server as well before we get back underway.
No money in the bank whatsoever. We're in quite dire strains right now, Josh. Remember, forZe, it's quite a comfortable spot to be in. Mo, though, nice kill onto zorte to get things underway.
Either trade evenly, or we've seen them take these advantages. And right here, this is really the first time that K23 have taken these advantages with no opportunity for forZe to trade it. 5 versus 3, that's a really good start from K23. However, forZe's still got loads of money in the bank, so they will be able to reinvest off of this if they do so.
There they do. It falls into just now Flint, the lone man left standing, and for Flint, I suspect it will be a matter of maybe going for the odd exit where he can, maybe just go for a bit of a hunt. Look at the money on almazer, for instance. Well, almazer, sorry, he was able to get a very, very convincing round with that Mac 10, and yeah, they don't have any economic woes for quite a while.
And they're playing slow once again. Every single round we've seen them holding bottom Banana. That's a great hold from Mo though, expecting someone to peek out Mexi, but a brilliant refrag onto Banana.
Out comes a set piece. The execution goes down. It's going to be an instant cynical to the default molly, which should draw their attention away from neaLaN, allowing Mo to get the first trade. Catch out by KENSI though, but low HP members really just trying to push this site. Means that for neaLaN, hiding in CT, he's in a lot of trouble. For Norba, good for one. He should be able to trade onto almazer. For Jerry now, 1v3, good for one. Norba to trade. K23 with 2 win.
And it seems like we're going to see their default once again, this time leaning a little more towards A though.
Then it is Alsma. Oh, no. Good for one. Boaster's on molly though. Here's the thing, Josh. If you're almazer, are you happy with that or are you unhappy with it? To get a kill and then dice yourself. Damage tries to keep him at arm's length. Nothing has done so just yet though. forZe with the site control to go for this plant. Norbert drops up from pit, able to get the initial kill. Tries to double down onto the AWP of zorte as well. And for pit control right now, this is so important. We got KENSI good for one. Mo there to trade. KENSI now coming up from short in a 1 versus 3. He rings that shot. That shot should secure his death. And well, he shuts down the first man. He's going to swing into the second. Norbert ready for him. And just like that, K23 make it 3. So start to amount.
Stuff once again. 30 seconds expended on this clock before anyone's really made a move. forZe though, they have taken brackets control. And as Mo goes for a late peek into it, that's going to be his demise. Smoke over the top will eliminate AdreN's sight line. But almazer makes the mistake of pushing around before that smoke blooms. AdreN's able to take him down. The refrag's there and brings us back into, in fact, it's a direct trade that brings us back into a 4-on-4, and AdreN dancing around the dying whispers at the edges of this smoke. Might be able to find more.
Towards the long, but with AdreN looking to take the initial point of contact. neaLaN, he smoked out a place though. AdreN forced forward, flick good for one. Jerry good for the other. Now suddenly they've got to take down the last 2 members on this ace site, and with 40 seconds to do so, they're hard pressed at it. Fame, he's good for one over in pit. He pokes his head out. He's untraded yet. Instead, center site. He's got Norbert good for one. Norbert good for 2. K23 they equalise after a very clean. Mo opening instantly shut down.
Well, a man advantage once again here for K23 as almazer follows up with a great headshot. Norba's there to trade, but almazer following down. Flip finding the headshots onto Fame, and look at that. forZe really turned this one upside down, pull off a round like this, and they should be able to make this 5-5 as Mo gets eliminated walking through the smoke.
When he can. With AdreN aggressive down B. Tries to catch out almazer when he can. Bit of damage on Cerq. He shuts him down on the follow-up though. Jerry comes out on top. Beautiful shot by him there.
Trading so far on Banana. That aggression doesn't work out too well for K23. And as the execution comes through, this might be a little better. However, 1-for-1 trade right through that smoke. neaLaN gone incognito. Brilliant position. Clear out neaLaN. Put him out of position.
Well, let's see if it works. So from the aggression, Mo, beautiful shot onto zorte there. On the flip side, Flit left in a 1 versus 3. Push his way forward now. Try and catch out some of these additional members. Fame fools. K23.
Out.
And it will, on Fame pushing forward. Tries to step down this initial member. Eventually he gets KENSI to the flank over towards CT spawn. I don't know if he was spotted out by Norba there. I think he was. And for Norba now, he's just going to commit that backstab. almazer falls.
Well, a two-man advantage here once again for K23, and there's no way that these guys can get onto the side with 3 players defending. Flit, he's good for 1, and all was able.
Pleasant half, and well, they're going to be looking forward to the D side, especially with this momentum, especially with neaLaN firing on all cylinders. neaLaN is good for 1. The trade, there's nothing just yet though, but Mo, he seems more than happy to follow through.
23, they read this very well.
They do. Jerry, he takes down neaLaN. Mo's able to respond in kind and into a 2-on-4. What on earth can they hope to do now when, well, for these members? We've got Mo, who's going to be able to catch out zorte despite the failed run boost. It's all on the face. This is a scary position for them. And, well, hello.
You're right, it's not a pleasant buy at all, but they do fully force around it. I was expecting them to go for a bit of a half buy, but then that's complications to the economy. Again, naturally, it's the last round and a half. Wasn't paying attention to that one. 2-man advantage, soon to be 3, I'm sure, but as Flip finds that headshot. Big stuff there from K23. This could be a 10-5 half for them. This has been brilliant.
Well, Flip pushing his way forward. Can he come out on top? No, he can't. norbert there. norbert, of course, proving to be a behemoth right now, unable to be stopped. 19-6, well as the evading party, but look at them just outmaneuver forZe. Masterfully done. almazer shuts down neaLaN. That's the bomb to fall. On the flip side, though, out from Mexi, AdreN falls once again. Now for the players in B, I think forZe, they may have accidentally held this as we now have almazer hiding towards wood. He too's taken down. It's an absolute slaughter over towards mid. We've now got zorte and Blink. Both members desperately trying to hold on live, but Mo, he's able to shut him down. It's down to zorte in a 1 versus 3. Good for 1. Trend out by Fame. Puts it.
As we see K23 come in with quite the hefty investment. In fact, it's a little bit of a greedy one with 3 Mac 10, but as long as they pull it off, they should be in a great spot. And what a shot from Fame. Looks like he should be able to follow up here onto the MP9. No, KENSI. zorte, he could shut this one down instantly, but he whiffs his shots.
Well, as the push comes through, forZe just found out around the board. neaLaN takes a bit of damage where he can, does leave him in all the spots, but as neaLaN shuts down Flitz, suddenly this is very doable. He's got the bomb as well, so the bomb and his teammate to say the least. He spots out both members towards A. He knows there's 2 players to worry about, but almazer, that shot should single-handedly secure the round for forZe, unless neaLaN does something frankly disgusting or just a measly 5 HP, but KENSI, he'll cover the push, and with that
for them, TK23. Limited utility, but still the firepower, and norbert really proving that unbelievable shot there to swing out mid and find the headshot, but all Fame caught with his pants down, and now a man advantage here for forZe once again.
Well, it is. This is Ren and Jerry. They both exchange. Bit of damage done to neaLaN there. 1 HP left as the molly goes down. This does leave him in a tough spot, but zorte's there.
And Mo trapped in banana. I don't even think he's aware that there's a flank in place. He's about to fall to it. And there we go. Single bullet required for Flit to take him down as he pushes.
Here's that execution. Here's that set piece. zorte, he's able to get back to Newbox in time. And as the molly's pep in their position, scopes in. Good for 1. Turns around. Jerry there to assist him. Is he good for 2? Yes, he is. Switches to USP. Tries to make it 3. While it is very messy, Fame's able to come out on top into a 3-on-2. Now, low HP on AdreN means that he's in a lot of trouble. And well, AdreN, that's clean through the smoke into a 2-on-2 now. When
and an AUG retrieved here for AdreN. Good chance for him to win this gunfight. Really all falls down to this one, and crouching around the corner, he's able to get that element of surprise. Pops up, KENSI's not expecting it. The nade, it's good, but it doesn't go onto the low HP man. It's onto Fame, who's still got half to work with. And with that off, he's able to take him out on the cross.
Look at forZe's money. They've got none. They lose this round. The K23 might be setting themselves up to take the victory, potentially prematurely. For Mo, that's a very quick kill and a very confident way to get things started. For Fame, he's on a close angle as well. So second almazer goes for an ambitious peak. He's in a lot of trouble. Boosted up. Fame good for Jerry. Now almazer.
Yeah, for this at all, almazer, he's got that AWP and he really needs to hold on to it. Flip with no money behind him as well is going to save, but they're going to be really strapped for cash going into this next round. K23 are going to be able to make
it. They're going to be hard pressed to when, as they're slowly being hunted. AdreN, he'll be jumping across. He spots out the AWPer. almazer gives his position away. This should spur on the other attackers. And well, he deploys a molly of his own. This should keep them away instead of kill them. norbert, beautiful shot to fit there. And well, almazer's now
been so keen to take in all of these other rounds.
Well, there will Mo progressing towards mid. Oh, he legs down.
They really have read it perfectly. Yeah. Reading them like a book right now, but oh, that's a massive double spray down flip. I think he's just stopped this round in its tracks, and now unless Fame can go huge, then it's definitely round over. And as he can't, it all falls onto AdreN. 1 on 5, couple of players are low, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. He's got the bomb on his back, but with 30 seconds left to tick, this has got to be round over, especially with that off angle from almazer. And Banana's a bit of no man's land there. You see all of those smokes, all of those mollies. Jerry's going to be the ballsy man to push through it and take the gunfights, but damage dealt by those nades. Zorte, big shot onto neaLaN. Fame now in this smoke needs to be aware that Jerry's close to his left. But as KENSI finds another, Fame can get the refrag. So 4 versus 3, and with AdreN following up, this B site momentarily is open, but they need to be quick.
The CT smoke goes down. KENSI is ready to push to the other side of it. He does just that. He's doing so straight to Mo, though, who shuts him down. And that's all there flip now. The last 2 members are standing. We've got a very tough spot for forZe now. As they look to go for this retake, he's also needs to land a killer quickly. He's good for 1, traded out instantly into a 1 versus 2 for Flit now. And Flit, as he pushes his way forward, he's only got 11 kills, but it's the impacts behind them. And that 2K last round definitely helps. But as he pushes his way ahead, K23. So we might be 15 here. However, that opening something to be pretty happy with. Smoke goes down onto the bomb. Aggression shut down by AdreN there. And as I mentioned, it's not the kills you have, it's the impact of them. And for Flit, that's 4 kills now that have secured forZe 2 rounds. 2 members here. Is there an accompanying flash? And there isn't. Instead, there's a double swing from him and Norba. This either works perfectly or awfully. And as they go forward, it's neaLaN good for 2. And well, in that case, it's perfectly. Now, KENSI, the lone defender of this ace site, has got to perform. And well, as he shifts towards Pits, he was going to be able to get into cover pretty quickly. As he does so, he realizes he's going to be very, very alone. Almazer onto Fame elsewhere. Now neaLaN's dropped down. He's killed off by KENSI there. KENSI able to double down as well. Puts it all onto Mo. And for KENSI, well, he does eventually fall. He may have secured forZe that just little glimpse of sight with a bomb. Well, it's not tapped just yet. Almazer acutely aware that a player could be in position over towards apps. Shuts down Mo. And for KENSI, those heroics in Pit have single-handedly brought forZe their 13th.
Massive stuff there with the bomb going down.
Over to K23, you know, you've got neaLaN who's on about 11 kills. You've got Norbert on 29. It's a really big differential. And well, for Fame, he's able to get that opening kill. Almazer to fall, and he's one of the main men who have been performing for them. Jerry, he'll aggress with zorte, though. There's 2 quick kills, and with a man advantage established, we've got Fame who's going to have to catch out with KENSI with the aggression. But KENSI, needlessly aggression there, punished by Mo, and allows neaLaN to finish the job, and just like that, it's Fit in a 1 versus 2. The Flip, he's going to be able to catch out the first man, and he pushes his way forward towards Banana. Mo, he'll deploy that smoke just to keep him back, as Flash goes down. He makes it very clear that he's going to be hot on their heels, but nonetheless, I don't know, Josh. This is still an unpleasant and very uncomfortable spot to be in for forZe now, who gonna have to try and fight for the final round.
Well, Flip, not where he wants to be right now after a big comeback, and
unfortunately through from Arch, and it turns out to be a wrap towards A. We've got neaLaN pushing forward. He spots out the first man towards the side of pillar. 2 quick kills there. Almazer there to trade instantly, but little do they know it's a hit towards A. 40 seconds left. They might be able to get the bomb over towards Boiler here, but timing does not favour KENSI. And as KENSI falls, it now comes down to a Fit back sight. Good for 1. Traded out the Fame. It's Almazer in a 1 versus 2. Fame's able to shut him down.